Hello and welcome to Hyperdog Digital. This is Scott, and today we're going to take a look at a few more cases. This is for the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. As you can see, we got three of them right here. We got one from Spigen, one from Bear Dada, and this one is by Hi Good Day, I guess is what it's called there. So all these can be found on Amazon. Let's go ahead and let's just jump right in and take a look. So here's the Spigen one, and if you've ever used Spigen before, you know that they are very good quality. At least I've had great luck with these. This is a dual layer. It's got a soft inner kind of rubber, soft rubber, with an outer case that gives it a little bit more protection. It just snaps right on there. And there's two ways you can install this. You can do the inner layer first and then the outer, but it works perfectly easily enough to just pop it on when it's all in one piece there. And as you can see, it fits very well. The buttons are they stick out well enough to easily find them and push them when needed. The openings on the top and bottom are aligned well, and they give plenty of space for any type of headphones or connector that you might want to be putting on there. And then of course the connections on the back, the opening on the back leaves plenty of space. There's a nice slant, and you probably can't see it on there, but the edges are kind of slanted, so you can easily slide your finger over onto the fingerprint reader or onto the heart rate sensor. It doesn't have any problems with any screen protectors that I put on it, and they seem to fit just fine. It doesn't pop them up. So this is, of course, very good option for you. It's kind of a medium level protection. Doesn't add very much bulk at all. It's still pretty light. So I really like this one in particular, and it is actually my daily driver at the moment. This one is probably more geared towards the ladies. Certainly it was one that I meant to get for my wife, but ended up buying it accidentally for the S8 Plus instead of just the S8. But as you can see with this, the glitter inside actually moves, so it's actually kind of contained, I guess, in a liquid in there that allows it to slide around as you move it. And I've actually not ever tried this one on yet, so let's go ahead and pop it on. And you can see it does add quite a bit to the back as far as some space there, but you can still get to, boy, that's really deep as far as the opening here. So some people might have some problems using the sensors on the back. It looks like it gives you plenty of space, so it should be okay. Now, of course, the bottom is completely open, so is the top, so you can get to everything that you need there without any issues. But this seems like it sticks out quite a bit on the edges. So I'm not sure how much protection you're really going to get from this. Certainly if it falls face first or on one of the edges here, you're getting almost no protection. I mean, you got some protection on the corners, but that's really about it. This case seems to be more for just looking pretty than actually providing any sort of protection. I'd almost really hate to know what would happen if this case itself, took a hard hit and all this stuff broke open and spilled out. Probably wouldn't be a pleasant mess to have to clean up. So if you're looking for something pretty to kind of show off your colors on your phone or whatever, this is all right for you. But if you're looking for something that's going to give you some decent protection, I'm not sure this is going to really do it for you. But if you like something flashy, this is certainly it. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the last one. And this one, when I ordered it, it actually made mention of it being part of an Iron Man series, which of course piqued my interest because, of course, I did enjoy the Iron Man movies and comics and whatnot, being the geek that I am. You know, this is a pretty nice looking one. It's a double layer as well, though I'm not gonna pull it apart because I have tried this once before, and it took me a really long time. Well, I don't know, a couple of minutes to get all the little parts snapped back in just properly. There's a lot of little ledges and snaps on there that if you don't get it quite right, it doesn't fit right perfectly, and I don't want to go through that on the video. Let's just say you're probably better off leaving it put together there and not tearing it apart. And the good thing is that it slides right on real easy when everything's put together, so you don't really need to tear it apart anyways, unless you feel like you need to. I like this case too. It gives you a nice hard protection layer here. It's not very thick. You can see here that there's really not a lot of depth to this, so you can tell it's not adding a lot of bulk, but it does add some nice little textured areas back here, so you can hold it a little bit better, or when you're sitting on a table, you're certainly not going to be scraping up the camera or anything like that. It does also have a kickstand. Now, it's a pretty flimsy feeling kickstand. It does work, but I'm not sure for how long that will work. It seems like this kickstand is pretty long and pretty flimsy, and I suspect I'd probably break it off if I'd use it too much. It just feels like it's ready to break, but maybe it's a little stronger than the one I'm giving it credit for. The buttons all seem to work fine. The openings on top and bottom all line up correctly, although they are a little bit smaller than what I would like on the bottom. Certainly you're only going to get the certain kind of headphones in there. Let me grab my trusty old pair of Samsung headphones, and that does plug in just fine, but it is a little bit tight. Anything larger than that and you're gonna have a problem. Probably same thing along the lines with the power port here, USB Type-C port. It's got plenty of space for the standard charging cable, but anything that's a little out of the ordinary, might be a little bit bigger, you're gonna have problems with. Other than that, everything lines up fine. This is also probably a good medium level, maybe a little more than medium level protection. Thanks to the hard plastic on the outside. The Spigen one, while it is a really nice one, it just has this one layer on the outside, nothing on the back to really kind of bolster that up a little bit. So this one is probably slightly more than your medium level. It is still pretty thin. Doesn't add a lot of bulk at all. Doesn't add a lot of weight, and it does really look pretty cool. And it does kind of have an Iron Man kind of War Machine feel to it. So if you're looking for something like that, this is definitely something to pick up or look at. So there you go. These are the 3 cases for the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. Thanks again for joining us here at HyperDog Digital, and we'll see you again soon.